Hi everyone, this is Doug Sperling, and in this video I'm going to introduce the Mexican Railways Digitized project. Let's go to MEXLIST. So here we are at the MEXLIST.com landing page, and over on the left, if you navigate to Map Resources, I'll be discussing the material that's published right here where my cursor is circling. Right now there's 4 maps files available. If you press these 4 buttons and then open that material in the free viewer Google Earth Pro, you'll see this approximately right here. Going to discuss a little bit. Well, let's see what I'm going to discuss. Here's my script. What the project is and is not right now, and a little bit about how that's the future of the project, how that's going to develop and change in time as I complete more work. What the project is now, what you see now is complete presentation quality of the main tracks of the 4 largest operating companies in the Mexican railway network. These are the reporting. These are the files that the 4 files that correspond to these 4 buttons, each of which is an operating company, the name of an operating company. So these are those companies' reporting marks to identify the files, to keep the file name short and sleek. That .kmz, that is the file format that Google Earth Pro reads and writes. This is a viewer, but it's also an editor, so you can make changes to this material as well. So what is partially complete at this time? A couple of things. A couple of those features are secondary tracks. I have yard tracks, second main tracks. Well, I think I've got all the main tracks drawn. Yard tracks, industrial spurs, etc. Those and sidings. Those are partially drawn at this time, but they're not complete for either for these 4 corporations or for the entire national network. Also got some labels from employee timetables. These are not complete at this time for the whole network, but that's in development. I'm working on it. So these are operating points or stations with kilometer post information from employee timetables. There's also labeling information for bridges and tunnels. Let's look at a couple. Here's how I'm showing tunnels, and if you touch that, you get some information from the employee timetable. What is that tunnel? You also get, if you touch this, information about FSRR, so that's the track operator for this segment of track, and SC, that's the administrative line or linea of this track. So that information is all complete for all segments. However, there's additional information that's in development, and I'm working on it, and that's this information. So we've got FXE, that's the operating concessioning company. T, that's the administrative line. And then this information is the constructing entity or corporation and date, and then the history of how that got to be part of Ferromex. That is partially complete for the network right now, so that will be complete in the future. A couple other features. This started out as an English language project. I'm changing it over to Spanish language. There will be a dictionary or lexicon, and that is not complete now, that changeover, but it's coming. Let's see. In the future, I'm going to use this map, the map of the current tracks of the current network, to draw 2 different kinds of maps. A map that shows how the track is organized for operating purposes. So that's the crew districts, administrative districts, operating divisions, and then also a map. You can use this information to map the past railway networks. So past operating companies and what they owned and how they used it. So those are coming in the future. And then there will be a couple of videos in this series. There will be a couple of videos addressing short topics that really deal with the nuts and bolts of which buttons, what you do with these buttons, and how you get to how you use those buttons to control the material, both for looking at and then also a little further down the road for making changes to the material. So you can make it look differently, add stuff to it, add new content, draw different lines, edit these lines if you like. And then a little bit of sort of more conceptual stuff about how to interpret and understand the aerial imagery that you're seeing, a little bit about the engineering decisions that went into this, relationship of current to past, alignments of certain parts of certain track, and then a little discussion of how you can use this material with other tools, software tools, digital cameras, handheld GPS devices, and how you can use it for activities, a little bit about how you can use it for activities ranging from rail fanning and maybe rail photo expeditions, and keeping track of the actual rail photos themselves, to a little bit about how you can use this tool or how you can use this material in certain kinds of software tools to perform, say, engineering analysis or economic analysis, network analysis in possibly academic context. Anyway, that's the current and developing state of this project, and thanks very much. The next videos will talk about the actual details of how to get the material. Thanks.